Hi Scorpio, welcome to your December 2025 tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I do appreciate it. Be sure and follow, like, subscribe on both social media platforms for me. I'm trying to grow my collectives on both, so I would appreciate all the help. If you're interested in free tarot reading, or my services, I'm going to give all that information at the end of the reading here. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into the tarot. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, and whatever message comes out is what Spirit wants you to hear. And then I have 2 oracle decks that I'll be pulling from as well to get additional messages at the end. So let's get into it. We have the 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, Knight of Swords, King of Wands, the Hermit, 7 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Dang. We have the Queen of Swords, lots of swords here, and the 9 of Swords. Dang, as I say that. So on the bottom we have Judgment, which is like an awakening. So I grabbed the bottom card because it's like a underlying energy of everything. So the Judgment it's an awakening. It's like a reckoning, an aha moment. It's also like a resurrection type of energy. So you see them here in coffins and they're like resurrected, and it's like an awakening type of energy. So I feel like you could be going through a major spiritual awakening here, but we'll definitely get into the tarot and find out more. So the situation here, or your energy, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So this is about feeling in lack, feeling left out in the cold. This could be about a mindset, like you're feeling lacking. It could be about your stability, like your money. I always think of this as like a lack mindset, but it's also like lacking finances because it is Pentacles. So it could also be like you feel left out in the cold, like with a job, or it could be a situation, could just be with your money. Again, it's a general reading, so take it how it resonates for you. The blockage here is the 8 of Cups, and this is about walking away. So there is something that you are not walking away from, or you weren't walking away from, and it was blocking your mindset. It was blocking this lack, and it was kind of keeping you stuck because you weren't walking away from it, whatever that was. So the root of this, or the cause of it, is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a very fast-moving energy. It's a very ambitious, it's a very action-oriented card. It can also be a little impulsive, so watch for that. But it's also about like taking that action and moving forward into, like, you know, like this knight's like moving into battle. You can see the horse is like full force. So maybe you weren't moving on, and now you've decided like you want to full force move into this. In the recent past, we have the King of Wands, which is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't mean you're dealing with a fire sign. This could just be you kind of stepping into this leadership, because the King of Wands is a leader. It's an entrepreneur energy. Again, with the wands, it's a fire sign, so it's very fiery, very passionate. He also sees things from a bigger picture. So maybe you're just seeing things differently from a bigger picture. But this is definitely about you kind of stepping into this more leadership and seeing things differently. Your higher self, or in your subconscious, we have the Hermit. So you're definitely soul searching, whatever this was that made you feel left out in the cold. Again, this could be a relationship. It could be your job. Maybe you were just lacking. You weren't, getting the fulfillment out of it you wanted, whether that was financially, emotionally, spiritually, however it resonates for you again. But the Hermit is about soul searching. It's about going within and finding those answers. It's about meditation. It's about solitude. So I feel like you could have been in solitude, or this could be your higher self telling you to kind of go within and do some soul searching here. In the near future, we have the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords could be perceived as a negative card. Sometimes it is, depending on the placement in the reading and the situation. This is your near future. So I don't feel like this is about you lying. This could be about you deceiving yourself, lying to yourself. But I also feel like this is about strategy, being strategic, especially if you're seeing things from a bigger perspective, seeing things from a bigger picture type of energy. you've had this reckoning. I feel like you are being very strategic in your actions going forward. Whether that is, if this is about a job, maybe you are looking for other jobs, but you're kind of keeping it to yourself. Or maybe you're looking at new career opportunities. You're just doing things differently. Again, with this bigger picture and the Seven of Swords, I feel like you are moving differently. You're doing things differently. And again, however that resonates for you, whether that's like looking for a job while you still keep the one, or, just maybe starting a business and keeping your job. Again, it's going to resonate differently for each of you. Your advice from Spirit, though, is rest and meditation. So 4 of Swords is about, again, going within. So you have that in your higher self, and that's your advice from Spirit as well. So trust your intuition on that. I feel like they're calling you to rest, relax, kind of go within. Again, it's about solitude. Maybe you just kind of need to meditate, because when you're going through a spiritual awakening, or you're going through any type of aha moment, or things are changing in your life, you need that meditation. You need that rest. And meditation is going to help clear your head too. So it'll keep you balanced. In your immediate environment, the influence here is the 3 of Swords. So there was some heartbreak here. There was some loss, some grief. Again, whether that's a relationship or a job, maybe you got laid off. Maybe they didn't give you the raise you thought you were going to get. And, with the holidays coming up, I know that that's really hard on some people. Maybe it was a relationship. Maybe somebody broke things off with you, and you're kind of just soul searching now and seeing how you want to move forward. But there's definitely grief and heartbreak here. So that's another reason for the rest and meditation, because it will help heal that grief and that loss. Your hopes and fears here, we have the Queen of Swords. So this is an air sign, doesn't mean you're dealing with one. It's she is about her boundaries. She speaks her truth. She's very clear on what she wants. So she is open to receive, but she also has this sword up. So she's on guard here. She's very guarded and just very clear about what she wants and keeps her boundaries. So as far as hopes and fears, I feel like this is you kind of, you have your guard up, but you're also open to receive. You're hopeful, but you've also got your guard up. And again, that's probably because of the grief and the loss and the things that have happened to you. The overall outcome, we have the 9 of Swords. So I'm going to pull clarifiers on this, but there's a lot of swords here, and swords are about your mind. It's about your thoughts. And with that 5 of Pentacles, walking away from a mindset, and I feel like you are just very stuck in this energy. So 9 of Swords is like anxiety, depression, like up at night, nightmares. You're definitely sitting in this very heavy energy, and I feel meditation, rest, going within, and it could just be because you're going through a spiritual awakening. But let me clarify, what is this 9 of Swords, Spirit? Clarify this overall outcome, this 9 of Swords, please, Spirit. Okay, so you're in your head about this new beginning in love. So this very well could be a love relationship that you're suffering from. This could also just be emotional fulfillment. You are not emotionally fulfilled. So the cups are about our emotions, and this one is like spilling over. And then you have the dove and this cross here as well. So again, with the spiritual awakening, I feel like maybe you're not emotionally, spiritually fulfilled. And it has you feeling in lack. And whatever that, maybe this could be in a relationship. This could be in your job. This could just be in general in life, like your energy. You're just feeling you're not emotionally fulfilled at all. And whatever the situation is that you are in. So, and this not walking away from that is what's keeping you stuck in this lack mindset. And again, I know it's easier said than done when you're trying to walk away from things, but I feel like that introspection, that meditation will really help you move through this energy and will kind of help you stay grounded and get balanced. So what does Scorpio not see coming, Spirit? Ace of Swords, you're getting some clarity here. Breakthrough in ideas, a breakthrough in clarity. Yeah, and then we have the Lovers and the Eight of Swords. So you had the Nine of Swords, and now you're going to the Eight of Swords. So you've got a breakthrough coming here. Some clarity, some truth. Again, whether that's in a relationship or the situation, but you're definitely going to get some clarity somehow about either a union or a choice. So the Lovers can be about a love relationship. It can also be like a decision or a choice that you need to make, but you're getting some clarity on either a choice or this union, this partnership that has been keeping you stuck. So again, if you're here for a love relation or love reading, then this is about getting some clarity on a love relationship or union. If you're here for work or your spiritual journey, then you're getting clarity on a choice in limiting beliefs and keeping yourself stuck. So it's going to help you move forward on that choice. You know, when you get this clarity, it'll help you make this choice in order to get unstuck and out of these limiting beliefs. Because I feel like you're just stuck in this negative mindset. Like, I feel like this is more of just like a mindset and a spiritual journey, because we can definitely get stuck in some of those negative cycles. Believe me, we've all been there. So what does Scorpio need to focus on? Actions and advice for Scorpio, please, Spirit. Again, with decisions. Yeah, I feel like this is more about you making a decision. So this is about like enthusiasm, passionate, you know, like it's not a new beginning, but it's like pages are offers. So this is like an offering of enthusiasm, of curiosity. Like, be curious, be enthusiastic about what it is that you do want. And then we have the Star, which is about healing. It's about hope and renewal. And then we have the Two of Swords, which is about a decision. So I feel like Spirit's telling you to be enthusiastic, be curious, heal whatever this heartbreak was, continue to heal yourself and make a decision here. I feel like you are keeping yourself stuck, and you need to make the decision to heal and find your enthusiasm again. Again, I know easier said than done, but you're definitely keeping yourself stuck in whatever this cycle is here, Scorpio. So stop doing that to yourself. You need to make a decision, but you got clarity coming in. So that'll help you make this decision in whatever it is. I just feel like this is some kind of like aha moment, some kind of spiritual awakening. And it could just be you changing your mindset and, you know, stop lying to yourself. Again, with this Seven of Swords, you could just, when you're stuck in these negative mindsets, like you're lying to yourself. You will play tricks on yourself. You will keep yourself stuck in a pattern until you break that pattern and do things differently. You're just deceiving yourself with this limiting belief that you are stuck somewhere, because you're not stuck. Again, I know easier said than done, but get unstuck. Make the decision to just move forward and get unstuck. So we have grow. Yeah, spiritual awakening. You're growing. You're evolving. Work. So this could be about your work. Or maybe kind of focusing on what work you are doing. Maybe you're just emotionally unfulfilled in your work. And that's going to change for you. You're going to move into a different type of work. You can make a decision to move jobs, to move into more of a spiritual practice. But you're definitely growing here. You're going through some kind of spiritual growth. But that's really awesome. I mean, it's just, you're just not feeling very emotionally fulfilled right now. But you're going to get some clarity, and it's going to help you move forward. So I love that. I love that things are going to move forward for you. So, and that overall outcome, you know, the Nine of Swords, it's a negative mentality, but I also feel like the breakthrough and the clarity are going to come through soon. You just need to go within and find those answers. You know, use that hermit energy, meditate. And I know meditation's so hard for some people, and because I tell people to meditate all the time. So I was one of those that had every excuse. I can't sit there and calm my mind. You know, I'm thinking you have to be in like this room, and meditation is not at all what I thought it was going to be. But I'm constantly encouraging my friends to do it, because I just started with 5-minute meditations on YouTube, and I'm now up to like 20, even sometimes 30-minute meditations. You do grow and evolve with it, but at first it is very difficult, and it's not about shutting off your mind. It's just about quieting the mind, because it does help bring peace and clarity to you. I'm a true testament to that, because like I said, I was very resistant to it and I had no interest in doing it. And then once I started doing it and started opening up to it more, it's part of my morning practice now. If I didn't meditate, I would probably be a psychopath, honestly, because it really does bring mental clarity and it really does calm my mind. And I have ADD, so if I can sit there for 20 minutes and meditate, I know you guys can too. And again, just start with 5 minutes and move your way up, because as time progresses, just do 5 minutes for, I don't know, 20 days, 3 weeks straight. Just try 5 minutes in the morning. Who doesn't have 5 minutes, or you can do it at night even. You don't always have to do it in the morning. I just like to start my day that way because it starts my head clear in the morning, but it's a personal preference. So, but I definitely encourage you to do it because it will help bring that clarity and it will help kind of open your mind to different things. And I even get a lot of ideas and downloads when I do it that way. So we have snow and mistletoe. I have the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. I love this deck. I love the Seasons of the Witch oracles. They're very beautiful cards and the messages are just really awesome. So snow is number 33. That might resonate for you, or it does combine to a 6, so that could resonate as well. The keywords with this are softness, patience, and allowing. There is beauty in the divine that settles in thy flesh, a magical enchantment bestowed in purity. How beautiful is a white winter Christmas. It's as if the heavens covered the world in a blanket of purity and blessings. The air seems fresher, everything looks brighter and cleaner. When snow falls, it feels like little drops of wisdom are falling from the cosmos. Each flurry offers a chance to connect with the divine for wisdom and guidance. Again, with meditation, that's how you're going to connect to the divine. Water has long been associated with access to the spiritual realms, and snow's healing properties are similar. But water can be overwhelming, chaotic, and a massive force. Snow is soft, pure, and gently whispers, allowing its healing to settle lightly upon you rather than being overwhelmed by an enormous flood. Snow is falling in your spread as a reminder to soften. There's no need to know everything at once, nor is there any reason to rush. Allow things to gently come to you over time. Operating from a place of force is when mistakes happen, or worse, you can end up running over everything and everyone in your path, causing more obstacles, heartache, and disruptions. Snow reminds you that force breaks more than it creates. Be gentle as you move ahead, and trust that all will be revealed in due time. Again, with that Hermit, going within, soul searching, being gentle with yourself. Didn't we have you had that Knight of Swords about, like, he's ambitious, but also you don't want to move too fast. We had the Hermit and we had the Four of Swords, which are about slowing things down, meditating, kind of solitude, taking a step back, letting things come to you, which I know is easier said than done. I'm very ambitious, very driven person, and sometimes it's just hard to sit back and let things be, but it's also balance. Sometimes you just have to let things flow to you. So we have mistletoe. Fertility, protection, spark of ideas. You had the Ace of Swords, breakthroughs and ideas, clarity. What dreams may come from thy borrowing of ivy held tight within the womb, a calling in of sorts, a spell from above, holy holly. You probably know mistletoe as the small branch with little berries hanging over doorways. It would seem mistletoe is a creative way to steal a kiss from a crush, but this little branch holds much more than soft kisses. Mistletoe is a key element to Yuletide celebrations. In ancient times, it served as a symbol of fertility and protection. Mistletoe berries were considered seeds of conception and were commonly added to love potions to increase their effectiveness. Do you have a seed that is ready to be sown? Pulling this card is a positive sign that you should act upon the new project. Creative endeavors are supported at this time, and you shouldn't be surprised if you find yourself seeing inspiration in usual places. Perhaps you wonder if your idea is worthy or if things will work. Do not worry about that now. Pulling this card is confirmation that you are on the right path. You don't have to do everything all at once. Small steps, just like asking a love interest for a kiss under the mistletoe, are enough to get you started. Again, so seeing things from the bigger perspective, that King of Wands, seeing the bigger picture. You don't have to do everything all at one time. Those small steps will build up to a lot, and it will help you just kind of move forward into that right direction. And, you know, going within, finding answers with that Hermit card, that's going to really help you move forward. But you're definitely getting some clarity here, Scorpio, and things are going to start moving forward for you. I hope that this helps. I hope it resonated, and I will see you guys next week. Enjoy your December. If you want to hang around, I am going to talk about the free tarot readings and my website. So my website is up and running. I'm open again for tarot and coaching. I kind of closed everything down because I got really busy and I do work full time on top of this. So I wanted to make sure that those people were getting my full and undivided attention. But everything's back open now. If you want to be entered into the drawing for the free tarot reading, go to my website and scroll all the way to the bottom of the home page. And there's a little spot where you can sign up for the newsletter. It's just going to send me an email with your email address, and then I put it in an Excel spreadsheet. That way I know who to enter into the drawing. I don't sell that information to anyone. I don't sell to third parties. I won't spam you. I send out 1, maybe 2 emails a month. So I send a newsletter out at the beginning of the month with the astrology and kind of ways to help you navigate the energies for the month. And then if there's really heavy energy or a lot of like eclipse energy, things like that, I will send out a second email halfway through the month just to kind of navigate through those heavy energies. But I'm not going to spam you because I hate that and I'm not doing that to other people. But if you want to be entered into the drawing, go ahead and do that. And then if you follow on both, just kind of maybe send an email and let me know so I can enter you into the drawing twice. Because if you follow on TikTok and YouTube, I'll enter you into the drawing twice. So yeah, follow on social media for me. That's really helping me out. I want to grow my collective this year and next year, and all the likes, follows, comments, that really helps push my channel out there so that the messages get to other people too. That's just huge for me because I know tarot and astrology have helped me on my spiritual path, and it's just a way for me to help others and reach others. And you guys can help me do that as well by sharing my channel, or, you know, just liking and commenting kind of pushes me out there. So anybody that has purchased digital products or left me donations, thank you so much for all the love and support. You guys are awesome. I love building my community, and I really appreciate all the financial support and just all the comments and likes. And if you're not interested in the products or you can't leave a donation, I completely understand that too. Just you being here and commenting, sharing like when synchronicities happen or something resonates in the reading. I love hearing from you guys. So always leave comments, always reach out to me. But yeah, I'm super excited about the website. I'm adding more and more digital products as I get them completed. I know like some of my coaching clients liked a lot of the digital products that I had for them. So I may wind up selling those individually, and because I know not everybody can afford the coaching program. So I want everybody to be able to access this information and be able to grow on their spiritual journey. So yeah, so definitely follow along. Thanks again for all the love and support. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.